Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Do I have a dancing RGB roach in my head? Yes, I do. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Astaria. I'm your Assassin Rose Fox VTuber. Today, we're going to be talking about some anime. Now, we all know that anime dubs, well, they can be really good or really bad. Sometimes they're really great, sometimes they're really bad, and sometimes they're ghost stories. That's right, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most legendary, and not really in a good way, anime dubs of all time. Ghost stories. Or as I like to rather call it, how to completely destroy your anime and make it fucking hilarious. And I promise by the end of this video, you will never hear the Ghost Stories theme song the same way ever again. What is Ghost Stories? So, well, first things first. What exactly is Ghost Stories, you may be wondering? Well, Ghost Stories, or Goku no Gaiden in Japanese, is supernatural horror anime that aired in Japan in early 2000. It's about a group of middle school kids who stumble upon a haunted school filled with angry ghosts and terrifying creatures.
Before I met Jesus, I was really f***ed up. No, and a slut. Anyways, we heard this story about this nurse who comes around after the other nurses make their rounds. Every time she went into one of the rooms, that patient, swear to God, flatlined, dead, gone, truly meeting Jesus.
You know, just your typical, go schoolyard stuff. Just your usual, let's play ghosts instead of doing math homework. I mean, who wants to do math homework anyways, realistically? I know, sure as hell, I'd rather be exploring ghosts than doing math. I don't like doing math. The original Japanese version is a pretty well standard ghost story, but the English dub, well, they pretty much said, fuck the script, and they decided to make the characters as inappropriate as possible, for no good reason at all, really. I mean, look at this.
I like Terry O'Quinn and all, but that guy's a freak. Is Naveen Andrews still screwing Barbara Hershey? Remember her lips and beaches? And why do like that movie so much? God. No, perfect. It's in Japanese. Jing Chao No Ning Tao. Wait, that's Chinese. Luckily, I can read Barricade.
That is not what you would expect from a supernatural horror series, but it's pretty much exactly what we got with the English dub. The dub's wild direction. So how did we get here exactly? How did a show that was meant to be a spooky ghost story, well, turn into this?
Hello, sinner. God, can you go bomb an abortion clinic or something? Don't forget what I told you about premarital sex.
Well, as unpredictable as your uncle at Thanksgiving, it all comes down to one thing. The producers of the English dub just did not care. They didn't give a shit at all whatsoever. Well, here's the deal. Ghost Stories was a flop in Japan. It wasn't really loved by the critics or the audiences, and it barely ever made a dent in the anime world. So when it came time for the English adaptation, surprised it even got one, the production company, ADV Films, knew what they were working with is not something that was going to set the world on fire. So instead of doing a straightforward translation, they decided just to have fun with it. A lot of fun with it.
That's what I'm talking about! Pump! 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 Think of a big black man chasing you!
The dub's creative freedom. Now, just to be clear, the Ghost Stories dub wasn't just a little off. Oh no! The writers were actively encouraged to go wild. They were given the one simple instruction, which was to make it funny. I'm not even joking you. The voice actors, writers, and directors were pretty much given a blank slate to kind of rewrite the dialogue however they wanted and saw fit. According to the dub's director, Stephen Foster, the producers basically told him, no one's gonna be watching this thing seriously, so why not just make it hilarious? And from there, they just kind of went with it. You think Ghost Stories is a normal show? Damn! Characters started throwing out random pop culture references.
You gotta be like Cameron Diaz in the paparazzi. Bam!
Swearing like sailors.
Oh my god! Be Satan! Be Satan! Be Satan!
Oh, sorry about that. I mean, grant our wishes and deep desires. To hell with right and wrong. Bitch! I'm on fire! How?
Making inappropriate jokes at the drop of a hat.
God, I hope Cicada's curves hard left. That hits my spot like you won't believe.
They turned a haunted school into a straight-up comedy routine.
Oh my god, what the hell's happening here? These are the fastest lip slaps I've ever had to sink! I mean, have you heard about the sports festival?
Yes, the sports festival. That's what this whole episode's about.
Okay, let's stop breaking the third wall. They're thinking about canceling the sports festival!
Characters and their choices. Okay, let's talk about the characters for a second. Because this is where the magic really happens. I want to introduce you to the main cast. And believe me, they are not the typical ghost hunting squad you would expect. First up, we have Satsuki, the main character. In the Japanese version, she's just a regular heroic girl trying to save her school from ghosts. But in the dub, she's sassy and more likely to make fun of you than actually help with the ghost problem.
Freezing!
Nature's little thermometer's acting up?
I'm ignoring that perv. And I'm sure it's no different than the shrinkage issues you're having right now.
Do you know how much I hate you?
Then there's Tajim, the male protagonist who's supposed to be the serious guy of the group, but nope. In the dub, he's a total loser. I mean, for fuck's sake, this guy literally makes a Joey Tribbiani look like a genius. He spends most of his time either panicking, being completely incompetent, or cracking absolutely absurd jokes.
Time to go Great Santini on his ass. You wanna be an Air Force Ranger. You wanna live a life of danger. You don't wanna get by strangers. Come on, what are you, little sidekick?
And let's not forget Momoko, the religious girl, who's trying to keep everything holy in a school full of ghosts. But in the dub, she's basically the walking stereotype of a super religious, easily offended teen. Seriously, she might as well have been holding a fucking Bible in one hand and shaking her head in disapproval with the other.
It's not right to teach a child to respond with violence. He should follow the example of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and forgive his persecutor.
You've got your typical cast of characters, and somehow they just make it work. If working means throwing steadily out the window and letting chaos run.
It's Marilyn Manson!
The humor that ensues. Let's talk about the humor in Ghost Stories dub. Because, well, it's the only reason people even talk about it till this day. The writers didn't just add a little bit of humor to the dialogue. Oh, no. They went full throttle. Take, for example, the infamous moment when the ghost of a dead cat starts attacking the characters. And suddenly, one of them yells, "I'm gonna kill that cat!" in the Japanese version. Nothing special. In the dub, the cat is a full-on metaphor for the unresolved emotional trauma.
God, you are four of the ugliest fucking kids I've ever had the misfortune of laying my eyes on. I can't wait for this bitch to kill you.
Oh, and we're supposed to laugh about that? Oh, you bet we are. Then there's the complete disregard for tone. In a show that's supposed to be creepy, they kept the spooky music, but then paired it with lines like,
Nice ass. Do not lust in your heart, Jesus.
and honestly, it's kind of pure gold. You would think this was a comedy series if you didn't know any better. Why did they do this? So, why did they make the dub the way they did? Well, as we mentioned earlier, the producers basically gave the team full permission to do whatever the heck they wanted. But there's another reason ADV Films, the company behind the dub, had zero faith in the show's success in the US market. They saw it as a quick cash grab, something to release, make fun of, and hopefully get people to watch. Of very low expectations. And you know what? It worked! Ghost Stories became a cult classic. It's famous for all of the wrong reasons, and people love it for those exact reasons. The legacy of Ghost Stories dub.
Damn it, just like Etch-a-Sketch.
So, here's the thing. The Ghost Stories dub wasn't just a bad dub. It's a bad dub that was turned into something good because it was so ridiculous. Fans still quote lines from the dub to this very day. It's a testament to how sometimes even disasters can end up being masterpieces of unintentional comedy. Conclusion. So, in the end, Ghost Stories might not have been what the creators actually intended, but it's definitely become something. And it's very popular within the US still to this day. Maybe for the wrong reasons, but it leaves an everlasting memory in a lot of people's hearts, just for the absolute chaos that has reigned from it. There are also signs of a proper translation of the anime according to outside sources. Although I'm not sure where you can find it, but apparently there was a proper translation of the anime made in English. If you're really interested and invested in learning about what the actual story was meant to be about, now you can, which is pretty cool as well. So, what do I think of this anime? You could not get away with making this anime to this day. You would not be able to make jokes like that and be able to get away with it without being severely harassed on the internet. But it had its era and it still remains to be absolutely fucking hilarious with moments that don't quite line up with one another. I think that they really went crazy with it, but it's definitely made a name for itself and they got success. When all else looked glum, they decided to go crazy with it, and little did they know that their plan actually worked. I definitely think that it's worth giving a watch just for the absolute chaotic moments. I think it's definitely worth a shot. I definitely think you should give it a watch, if not just clips from YouTube. I think the best part about this is not only did the bad English dub create such a fan base that more people went to go watch the quote failed series from Japan, aka the original, realizing it was not intended to be like that, causing many to wonder what happened. It also led to the official correct dub being made. There is a proper translation out in the anime world somewhere. According to an outside source I found, there is a proper translation of the original anime. And honestly, I think that's great that they thought something that was going to fail was not going to bring them any hope. Turned out to absolutely skyrocket them. With an unintentional plan to just have fun with it, little did they know they would save their very anime. Not only became it more popular in Japan with the original, but also finally getting the correction of the proper English translation of the anime. So I'm not sure if the translation that is proper is official or not. However, according to my outside source, there is a proper translation of the actual anime out there. So I think this is really awesome with the outcome. I'm very happy with it. I think there definitely is a great story to be told here. And I think it's just really funny seeing like the history of how it came to be. It was definitely something very interesting to research and to see all of the behind the scenes of it, of how chaotic it was, and just seeing like the voice actors have so much fucking fun just making shit up on the spot, no clear direction, just having fun with it. I think that was the best outcome we could have asked for, and it leaves many people loving the anime till this day. So that is my review on Ghost Stories. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know if there's any other animes that you want me to review with bad English dubs. I think it would be quite interesting to do. However, that is all for this video today. I hope that you guys had fun watching. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave this video a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed it. I have videos that come out every week on Tuesday. Yay! New video every week on Tuesday. So make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye bye, my crimson petals.